Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed ministers, and distinguished guests, Your Excellencies. So it's an honor to be with you here at the SVET U 2025 conference. I think it has been said in the morning also, we really stand before unprecedented change. Minister Dacic says that we have always been managing crisis, which is true, but I think the levels of change that we are experiencing right now with the technological advancements and geopolitical shifts are definitely shaping our course. Sometimes it feels more like a science fiction than reality that we are living. So how do we prepare for this future? UNDP's Human Development Report of 2022 focused on uncertainty. So uncertainty is not new, but again, the dimension it is taken is quite ominous. So there is a new uncertainty complex that is emerging, which has never before seen in human history. And there are three volatile and interacting strands in this uncertainty complex. The destabilizing planetary pressures and inequalities of the Anthropocene, the pursuit of sweeping societal transformations to ease those pressures, and the widespread and intensifying polarization and conflicts. We will hear later from UNICEF's representative on megatrends, what is happening in terms of the rights of children and youth, and also the implications for Serbia. And I will perhaps concentrate a bit more on the economic global aspects. It's quite interesting when you see the World Economic Forum's global risk reports over the years, it's quite interesting to see how the risk is changing. 15 years ago, it was a focus on finance, technology. Then the environmental risks have been very prominent in these risk reports. And this year again, we have technology coming in with massive technological shifts, climate crisis, and geopolitical uncertainties. Again, if you see the Economist focusing on threats for GDP, the World Ahead 2025 forecast, it casts lights on trends such as the expansion of artificial intelligence, a shift in global trade dynamics, and the growth of clean technology sectors. And I think under all this, there is a call for an increased role. Multilateralism is definitely also at a crossroads. It's very difficult times for multilateralism, but in these uncertain times, definitely we see an indispensable role for international cooperation to address these different issues. In September this year, the Pact of the Future was approved at the United Nations by the member states, and there are many examples of how this international cooperation can work together for tackling these different problems we are facing. And these different themes are not only shaping the global landscape, but of course also resonate deeply with Serbia's path forward. And it's quite interesting to hear this morning about the progress that have been made in 2024 and then the prospects for 2025. One of those being Serbia emerging as a key player in digital innovation, with an active role also in AI development and international partnerships. There was a very interesting global AI conference last week, actually 3 different digital conferences last week, which definitely shows Serbia's standing in this area. Now, it is important to recognize that this digital journey, it's very promising, but we also need to take into account associated challenges such as promoting security and that these technologies benefit all parts of society equitably. On the other hand, trade is presenting both challenges and opportunities. So we foresee that global trade in both goods and services continue, extending the 2024 rebound. And Serbia, as a small open economy, is well positioned to leverage strategic agreements with the EU and other partners. So these agreements definitely provide a pathway for prosperity, but there are also headwinds that can be expected, such as recession in major export markets and tariff escalations. So there's a lot of uncertainty, definitely also on the commercial sphere. To fully seize trade opportunities, we see boosting support for small and medium enterprises as a key element, and also, of course, the ICT sector that we heard about this morning, in which Serbia is already have a very well standing. So these efforts aid Serbia to transition to a knowledge-based, innovative economy. Another aspect is the implementation of carbon pricing before the European Union's carbon border adjustment mechanism takes full effect in 2026, which will also affect the export competitiveness. So this is also something to think about in 2026. And climate action, again, as the last decade and even more, is at the center of attentions for a sustainable future. So we just had the COP29, we're working towards COP30, and the key message here is increasing ambition and accelerating implementation of climate action. I want to finish sharing a recent experience we had in the United Nations country team. We collectively did a foresight exercise to analyze and discuss visions for future development. And so in these foresight exercises, you have, of course, different scenarios, the most negatives, different blend of scenarios. But really, when you look at the best case scenarios, my reflection was that this is also a moment that allows you to dream. And I think that is why we are here also. And when we're dreaming, we also realize the many, many opportunities that are available for concrete action and change. So we envisage a Serbia where environment and climate resilience, a dynamic economy, and social cohesion came together harmoniously. And we definitely think that this is what we're working for also in 2025. Thank you very much.